Welcome back to Learn Arabic with Manar. Some of you lately asked me to do a conversation in an Arabic store. So today we will be doing a full conversation in an Arabic store from the moment you enter the store, how to greet the worker there, and how to ask for some questions, and also how to pay and leave and greet the person when you are leaving. So in the future we will be doing more conversational videos, so if you didn't subscribe yet, consider subscribing and click the notification bell so you will be notified about my new videos. Yalla, let's start. So when we enter a store, we need to greet the person that is working there. There is a specific way of greeting when you enter a store, or if someone is working. We have the phrase يعطيك العافية. The meaning of this phrase is may God give you health. So you see someone is working or doing something, you could greet them in this way by saying يعطيك العافية, and by this you are showing that you are respecting what they are doing and you wish them to have health and continue what they are doing. So يعطيك العافية. Here we don't say the word God in this phrase, but it's understood from the meaning of the thing. The whole phrase is Allah يعطيك العافية, but usually people they would just say يعطيك العافية. يعطيك, it is he gives you. يعطي, it is he gives, by adding the suffix يعطيك, it is we are forming the masculine يعطيك. If we are talking to a woman, we will say يعطيكي, may God give you, to a feminine. العافية, the health. يعطيك العافية. How to reply to this greeting or to this phrase? Simply, the person will reply Allah يعافيك. Allah, God, يعافيك, may give, make you healthy. Allah يعافيك, may God make you healthy. يعطيك العافية, Allah يعافيك. So يعطيك العافية, it's a common way to greet when you enter a store or when you see someone working or doing something. But also you could use any other way of greetings that we talked about in this video. You could check it if you didn't see it yet. Or when you are entering a store, also it's common to say مرحبا معلم. مرحبا, it is hi. معلم, we use it to greet workers. So the exact meaning, it means teacher or master. But when you are greeting with that, you are greeting a worker. So you would say مرحبا معلم. And by the way, it's used only to greet male. It's not used to greet females with this way. So you enter a store and there's a man who's running the store. You will say مرحبا معلم. They will answer أهلا or أهلا وسهلا, welcome. مرحبا معلم, أهلا وسهلا. If there's a woman in the store, you could just say مرحبا, or you could also use any other way of greeting that we talked about in this video. You could check it if you didn't yet, and they will answer you simply أهلا or أهلا وسهلا, welcome. So you entered the store, you greet the person, and they replied to you. Now they want to ask you, how can I help you? So they might say تفضل, كيف بساعدك? If you are a man, and they would say تفضلي, كيف بساعدك if you are a woman. Okay, let's break it down. تفضل to a man or تفضلي to a woman. Here, when you are entering the store, they are asking you to come in, so they are welcoming you in their store. We could use it also to welcome guests when they are coming to our house. We could say تفضل to a man, تفضلي to a woman. So we are asking them to enter and we are welcoming them in our house. So after saying تفضل, تفضلي, كيف, it is how. بساعدك, if you are a man. بساعد, I help. By adding the suffix ak, we are forming the masculine you. بساعدك, I help you, masculine. بساعدك, it is I help you feminine. By adding the suffix ek, we are forming the feminine. تفضل كيف بساعدك to a man. تفضلي كيف بساعدك to a woman. Here we would have different choices to answer this. If we are just going around looking and we don't need help, we could say شكرا بس عم بتفرج. شكرا, it is thank you. We should say thank you because they offered help. بس, it means only. عم اتفرج, this is a present continuous tense because you are going around and just looking. عم, it is for the present continuous. اتفرج, it means watching or looking around. شكرا بس عم بتفرج. If you know what you are looking for and you don't need help after they ask you كيف بساعدك or كيف بساعدك, you could just say شكرا ولا شي. شكرا, it is thank you. ولا شي, it means nothing. شكرا ولا شي, so you know the store and you know what you want, you will grab it and leave. So كيف بساعدك or كيف بساعدك, شكرا ولا شي. Okay, after they ask you كيف بساعدك or كيف بساعدك and you need help because you are looking for something, you could use 3 different ways. You could say عم دور على, بدي, or لازمني. Let's see how we could use these 3 different ways. You could say عم دور على برغل. I'm looking for برغل. عم دور, it is I am looking. It's a present continuous. على, it is for. عم دور على, and after you could put the word that you or the thing that you are looking for. عم دور على, and after you could add the product that you are looking for. For example, عم دور على برغل. Or you could use also a different way and say بدي, I want, بدي, and after you will add the product. بدي ملوخية, for example. Or you could say لازمني. لازمني, it means I need. لازمني, and after you will put the product and you could say, for example, طحينة. So عم دور على برغل, لازمني طحينة, بدي ملوخية. So what is برغل, ملوخية, and طحينة? If you don't know them, برغل, it's dried cracked wheat. We use it to cook different type of food, and it is used in one of the most famous salad, tabbouleh. We use it in this salad. Also, ملوخية, it is a dried leaf, and we cook it with sometimes with chicken, sometimes with meat, or alone without meat or chicken. طحينة, it is a ground sesame base. We use it in different type of food in the Arabic cuisine, and we use it, for example, with hummus. I think most of you know hummus. In Syria, sometimes we call it مسبحة. So, برغل, ملوخية, and طحينة. What if you are in the store and looking for something, you can't find it, you want to grab the attention of the employee there, so you could ask them for help. In this case, you could use لو سمحت, if you allow, or excuse me, it just means excuse me. بعد إذنك, after your permission, but also it just would mean in this situation excuse me, or you could say من فضلك. I talked about all these phrases in how to be polite in Arabic. You could check them over there if you didn't see them yet. So after using the polite phrases to attract the attention of the employee, you want to ask him, do you have? So in this case, you will say في عندك. في عندك, simply it means do you have. But let's break it down to understand how it is built in Arabic. في, it means, literally it means in. But when we are using it in this phrase, it means there is. And عندك, عندك, it means you have or you own at your place. So here we are putting all together to say do you have. في عندك if you are talking to a man, في عندك if you are talking to a woman. Other way to ask about products, you could say, can I find? So in this case, you will say بلاقي عندك. بلاقي, it means I find. عندك, at your store or at your place. عندك, so also here the same like before, you have. So you would say بلاقي عندك to a man, بلاقي عندك to a woman. And after في عندك or بلاقي عندك, you could put the product that you are looking for. So for example, you are looking for Arabic bread. In this case, you would say في عندك خبز عربي. خبز, it is bread. عربي, it means Arabic. خبز عربي, Arabic bread. في عندك خبز عربي or بلاقي عندك خبز عربي. They will answer you according to what they have or what they don't have. So if they have, they would say في عندي. It means yes. في عندي, it means I have. By adding the suffix e to عندي, we are forming I. So في عندي. Here notice, when we are asking them, we are saying في عندك, عندك, or عندك to a woman. When they are answering, they are changing the suffix and they would say عندي. في عندك خبز عربي. في عندي. If they don't have, they would say لا ما في عندي. No, I don't have. لا, it means no. ما في عندي. ما, it is the negation, not here in this phrase. في عندي, I have. لا ما في عندي. No, I don't have. في عندك خبز عربي. لا ما في عندي. As usual, we kept shooting and didn't notice the time, so the lesson got really long. We will stop here today and continue next week. Be sure to check in for part 2. I hope today's lesson answered your questions about how to interact in an Arabic store. If you have any other questions or suggestions, leave me a comment and I will try to include them in a future lesson. Before we go to our word review, as usual, I would like to thank all the people who are supporting me on Ko-fi. By the way, I'm on Ko-fi now. If you want to show your support to this channel, you could check the link in the description and the first comment. Now let's go over our words for today. May God give you health. يعطيك العافية. May God make you healthy. Allah يعافيك. Hi Master. مرحبا معلم. Welcome. أهلا وسهلا. Come in. How can I help you? تفضل. كيف بساعدك? Masculine. تفضلي. كيف بساعدك? Feminine. Thanks. I'm just looking around. شكرا. بس عم اتفرج. Thank you. Nothing. شكرا. ولا شي. I'm looking for برغل. عم دور على برغل. I want ملوخية. بدي ملوخية. I need طحينة. لازمني طحينة. Excuse me لو سمحت. Excuse me بعد إذنك. Excuse me من فضلك. Do you have Arabic bread? بلاقي عندك خبز عربي? Yes, I have. في عندي. في عندك خبز عربي? No, I don't have. لا ما في عندي. Thank you for joining me today. If you like today's video, give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you want to check the videos that I mentioned today, you could check them over here or over there. See you there. Yalla bye.